Bonjour tout le monde. Comment ça va? Vous avez passé un bon weekend? Did everybody have a good weekend? Good. I'm very glad. Okay, so today in class we are going to learn about the weather and the seasons. And by the end of the class today, you will have learned names of the four seasons and be able to describe the different types of weather. So let's get going. Who can tell me what season is represented by the image on the screen here? Anyone? Bridget? Okay, I can see you. Good. What is being represented by the image on the screen? Spring, exactly. Spring. And spring in French is le printemps. Can everybody say that? Le printemps. Répétez après moi. Le printemps. Le printemps. Oui, c'est très bien. Very good. And good pronunciation. I heard a number of you say that. Okay, let's go into the next one here. So that's spring. Le printemps is spring. Who can tell me what this image represents? Let's go with Ella. Ella, can you tell us? That's right, it's summer. You can tell, of course, because we have the sun out there. It looks like it's beautiful weather. It looks like a beach, right? So the word for summer in French is l'été. Let me hear you all say that. L'été. L'été. Très bien. L'été. Good. Okay, so we've covered spring. We've covered summer. What does this one look like with all the nice foliage here? I'm sure you know this one. Sarah, what season is represented by the image here? Fall. Very good. Fall. So fall in French is l'automne. Can everybody say l'automne? It's a tough one to pronounce sometimes, but think of the expression a ton of bricks, right? L'automne. We want to say l'automne. Can everybody say that? Good. L'automne. Very good. So we've covered spring, printemps. We've covered summer, l'été, and now fall or autumn is l'automne. Finally, what season is represented by this picture here? Let's go to Ezekiel. Ezekiel, can you tell me? Yes, of course, it's winter. You can tell because you can see snow on the roof, you see snow on the trees. Winter in French is l'hiver. Can everybody say that? L'hiver. Good, good. L'hiver, one more time, l'hiver. Good, I heard a lot of people pronouncing that very well. That's excellent. All right, so we've learned how to say the seasons. Le printemps, which is spring. L'été, which is summer. L'automne, remember, like ton of bricks. We want to get that pronunciation correct. L'automne. And then l'hiver is winter. Now, when we want to say something occurs in that season, like something occurs in spring or in winter, we have a special way of saying that. So if we want to say that something occurs in spring or in the spring, we say au printemps. Can everybody say that? Au printemps. Au printemps. Very good. Okay, au printemps is in the spring or in spring. Now, if we want to say in summer or in the summer, we're going to say en été. Can everybody say that for me? En été. Very good. Good. En été. Now, for autumn, we're going to use the same word before the name for the season. So autumn would be en automne. So in fall or in the fall would be en automne. Can you all say that for me? En automne. Excellent. Very good. Okay, and lastly, if we want to say something occurs in winter or in the winter, we would say en hiver. Can everybody say that? En hiver. Now notice when we say en été or en automne or en hiver, we're going to make the liaison. That's the link between the N in en and the vowel of the next word, the name of the season. So en été, en automne, en hiver, we make that liaison each and every time that we say that. The reason we use O for printemps is, frankly, it wouldn't sound very good to the French ear if we said en printemps. It just doesn't flow very well. So they say au printemps. So we have au printemps for spring, en été for summer, en automne for in autumn, and en hiver for in winter. So now we know how to say the season in French, and we know how to say that something occurs in that particular season. Any questions from anybody? Okay, Philippe, you're understanding that? It's clear to you? Good. I see a lot of nodding heads out there on the Google Classroom. Good. Excellent. Okay, let's go on now from the seasons. I want to talk a little bit about the weather. So when we ask how the weather is in French, we can say it one of two ways. We can say, quel temps fait-il? So quel temps fait-il is how is the weather. Temps is the word for weather. It also happens to be the word for time, but in this case it means weather. Quel temps fait-il? How is the weather? We can also say, il fait quel temps? So, il fait quel temps? You see how we inverted the fait and the il? Sometimes the French do that when they ask a question. So this would literally translate, the weather is how? So either way works well in French. So you can say, quel temps fait-il? Or, il fait quel temps? Either way, what we're asking for is, how is the weather? Okay, good. Let's talk a little bit about some nice weather and how we can express that in French. So if we are seeing just nice weather, just generally nice weather, we can say, il fait beau. Il fait beau means it's nice weather. Let me hear you all say that. Il fait beau. Good, il fait beau. Très bien, très bien. So if it's just very sunny outside and we want to say specifically that it's sunny, not just that it's nice, we can say, il y a du soleil. Soleil is the word for sun. So, il y a du soleil means it's sunny, or literally there is some sun. So we can say, il y a du soleil. Can I hear everybody say that? Il y a du soleil. Répétez après moi. Il y a du soleil. Good, good. I hear a lot of great pronunciation from all of you out there. Okay, so let's go on to one more expression for generally for good weather, and that would be il fait chaud. So when the sun is out, it's really hot outside, we say il fait chaud, it's hot. Let me hear you all say that. Il fait chaud. Il fait chaud. Very good. Very good. Okay, now let's talk about weather that's not so great. So if we want to talk about weather that's not so great, there are a number of expressions that we can use. For example, if it's bad weather, right? If it's bad weather, we can say il fait mauvais. Il fait mauvais. It's the opposite of il fait beau, which we just learned. Il fait mauvais. It's bad weather out there. We can also say, if it's cloudy, say nuageux. Say nuageux. Can you all say that for me? Good. Say nuageux. Nuageux means cloudy. It's cloudy out. If it's windy outside, we can say il y a du vent. Vent, the word there, vent, V-E-N-T, vent means wind. So it's windy. Il y a du vent. Let me hear you all say that. Good. Il y a du vent. Very good. All right, next expression that we're going to learn about the weather is il fait froid, sort of the opposite of what we just learned about it's hot. Instead of il fait chaud, if it's cold, we say il fait froid. In fact, when you think about, a good way to think about the expression and maybe to remember it is, you know, you're frozen, you're very cold. So il fait froid. Il fait froid is it's cold. Okay, two more I want to go over with you. One is il pleut. Il pleut means it's raining. Il pleut. Let me hear everybody say il pleut. Okay, we want to use the sound. Il pleut, right? Okay, good, very good. Jack, let me hear you say that. Okay, remember to use the sound. Il pleut. Good, il pleut. Okay, everybody understand how to pronounce that? Great. I'm going to be a stickler for pronunciation during the course of the year because it's really important. Eventually, when we start to have conversations, and if you were to have a conversation with a French person, your pronunciation can make all the difference in whether that person understands you or not. Okay, one more expression I want to go over with you, and that is il neige. Who likes the snow here? Yeah, I see a number of hands going up there. Good, good. Yep, and make sure you keep your cameras on, everybody. I want to see your faces. I want to see your smiling faces today. Il neige, and now that we're getting into December, I expect that we're going to see some snow anytime soon, would be my guess. So, il neige. Let me hear everybody say that. Il neige. Good. Il neige. Très bien. And good pronunciation. I'm hearing from everybody there. Okay. let me ask you a question. So if it's if it's really kind of yucky outside, how would you describe that? Who can describe that for me? If it's just yucky outside, just kind of generally yucky. Anybody? Okay, we could say, I heard somebody say il pleut. Yeah, if it's raining, but that would be very specific, right? It's raining outside. But what if we just want to say it's just not great? It's, doesn't look very nice. It's bad weather. Il fait mauvais. Good. Who said that? Great. Okay, Michaela. Very good. Il fait mauvais. Il fait mauvais means it's bad weather. So if it's just kind of yucky outside in general, we could say il fait mauvais. Good. All right. What about, let's say you're at the beach and the temperature is just really high and all you want to do is go into the water. What one of the expressions that we see up on the screen here would you use to describe that kind of weather, do you think? Il fait chaud. Good. Who said that? Oh, great, Audrey. Thanks. Il fait chaud. Il fait chaud means it's hot, right? It's hot. Il y a du soleil is a very special expression. It means just that there's sun out there or it's sunny. But if we want to say it's hot, we want to say il fait chaud. Good. All right. Very good, everybody. Okay. Now I want to go on. Oops. I want to get to the right screen share here. All right. So I'm going to do a little exercise with all of you. So the exercise that I want to do is I want to divide all of you up into groups. So we're going to form 4 groups for this little exercise here and just see how well we learned some of these expressions that I've just given to you. And remember, as I'm going through any lesson, this lesson and any lesson, I want you to take notes and I want you to write down anything that you don't understand or maybe you feel you need to go back to and look at a little bit further down the road. So let me ask all of you here. First, let me divide you all into groups. Okay, so from, let's have Joshua, Bridget, Vanessa, Michaela, Grace in group 1. Let's have Ella and Victoria and Jacqueline and Philip and Ruben in group 2. Let's have Jack, Frankie, Sarah, and Ezekiel in group 3. And the rest of you, Isabella, Sienna, Audrey, and Stella, I want you to be in group 4. Okay, everybody know what group you're in? Good. Okay, so let's take a look at each of these images. So you remember what group you're in. What I want you to do now is I want you each to discuss in your groups. Okay, I have little breakout groups here for you in Zoom, and I want you to go ahead and discuss which one of the expressions that we've learned about the types of weather would fit best with the picture that I'm showing you for each group. Okay, so go take a minute and discuss that, and let's come back and I'm going to write those. I'm going to write those on the board here in the classroom. Okay, good. All right, so let's come on back. All right, so group 1. Let's hear Vanessa. Vanessa, what did your group decide for group 1? Great, perfect. Il fait chaud. Yeah, because you can see the sun is out there. It's really hot. So il fait chaud is the perfect way to describe that kind of weather. Let's go to group 2. Okay, Victoria, why don't you tell us what your group decided for group 2? Yep, absolutely. Il fait froid because she's holding her arms close to her chest and she's got a hat on and you can tell she looks like she's just absolutely freezing there. All right, let's go to the next group. Sarah, can you tell us, group 3, what kind of weather is represented by that picture there? What do you think? How do you best describe that? How did your group think that should be described? Well, you could say il pleut, but she is holding an umbrella, but what does it look like? You can see a lot of wind there, right? Exactly. Who said that in your group there? Good, Sarah, yep. Il y a du vent, il y a du vent. It's very windy out there. So good job, guys, for coming back and figuring that part out. Let's go to number 4, and let's go to Stella. Stella, what did your group decide number 4 shows us? What kind of weather? Absolutely, il neige, right? Because you can see the cars there and the snow is coming down. So il neige is it's snowing. Excellent job. All right, guys. What I'd like you to do tonight is I've put a worksheet to the Google Classroom. I posted that up there. So when you go into that tonight, just follow the instructions, for matching each image of a season or activity with the corresponding word or expression in French, and just do the same for each illustration of a type of weather. The assignment, as always, is going to be due by 11:59 p.m. tonight. Hopefully you'll all go to bed much sooner than that. And that will just about do it for us today. So I want to say au revoir and à demain. Bye, everybody.